G'day, I'm Troy, and this is the Comic Book Movie Collector's Guide, the show about collecting all things superhero cinema. And today we're going to take a gander at the Lego Batman movie on Blu-ray. And we're going to try and answer the question, is this the best animated Batman movie ever? Let's get into it. The Lego Batman movie is a computer animated superhero film with a runtime of 104 minutes. The film's world premiere was conducted in Dublin, Ireland on the 29th of January 2017, and then later with its worldwide release on the 10th of February 2017. The film was released on all digital platforms on the 19th of May 2017, and then later released on DVD, Blu-ray and 4K HD on the 13th of June 2017. It was written by Seth Grahame-Smith, Chris McKenna, Erik Sommers, Stern and John Whittington, with it being directed by Chris McKay. The film was produced by Warner Animation Group, DC Entertainment, RatPac Entertainment and Lego Systems AS, and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures. Okay, so let's have a look at the disc and case, and that's not too bad. I feel it's a little too busy. There's just too much going on there. It's not necessarily Batman. There are a few different versions which I'll have up here. There's one where it's got the back cover like this, where he's leaning up against the wall. I think that's slightly better, but there is a blue version from like Vietnam or Indonesia or somewhere like that, that I think looks really dynamic. I really like that. But in all, they were going with this real black and yellow color scheme through everything in the movie and on the case, so I suppose this kind of fits in with it. If you look at the side, that does stick out on your shelf there on the spine. Not bad there, and like I said, I do like that picture there with them all on the other side of the wall with him there. That looks really good. Now if we have a look at the disc, just a black disc. I really thought a nice yellow disc with Batman on it, that would really pop out, just be something a little extra, but they've just gone with the very basic stuff. So anyway, overall, like, it's good, but it's not great. I think they could have done better. So with that, I'm going to give this 6 out of 10. The story starts with Batman on his latest mission to stop the Joker from destroying Gotham City. But in the process, he hurts the feelings of his arch rival, which leads the Joker to seek the ultimate revenge on him. So the Joker comes up with a plan to get Batman to send him to the Phantom Zone, only for the Joker to escape with all of the villains that were trapped in the Phantom Zone to come back to Earth and take over Gotham City, which then forces Batman to team up with Dick, Barbara and Alfred to stop the Joker and his evil army of bad guys. Look, I really like this story idea, which focuses on the fact that even though Batman is super awesome,
it must be great to be Batman.
Even Batman needs some help sometimes. And the script, that delivers it so well with this onslaught of like action and humor that just makes you laugh out loud at times and just keeps you entertained for like the whole movie, with constant tips of the hat to all the previous incarnations of Batman in film and TV, and this just large cast of characters from Batman's rogue gallery. You know, you really got to watch it more than once just to pick up on everything. But that said, with the large amount of characters and references in it, it still didn't feel like overdone or forced, which could have really been to the detriment of the film. But overall, it was done really well, and this is why I'm going to give this a score of 29 out of 30. Okay, so this is not an adaptation or anything. This is an original story, and I suppose it's more of a piss take, as we would probably say here in Australia.
I'm just taking the piss, mate. Yeah.
With a lot of tongue-in-cheek parody of the character from the perspective of like how awesome Batman is and that he can do anything because, well,
because I'm Batman.
And for me, those are some of my favorite takes on the character. I like the version of him in the Robot Chicken. He's fantastic in that. And the one from How It Should Have Ended videos that are here on YouTube. I just can't get enough of these versions. And now Will Arnett manages to create one of probably the best versions of Batman we have seen in a while, even if it is just a parody version. As far as the cast goes, everyone, you know, does a great job. I'll put the list up here. There's just some of them, let's just say the main players in here, as the list would be a mile long because there's so many guest appearances with just like one word lines. But Will Arnett as Batman, he is the Batman we've been waiting for. And funnily enough, Michael Cera is the Robin. I didn't even know we needed, but they were great together. That's one of the things that really makes this movie, is those guys' chemistry up on screen. Now, the only thing for me is that Zach Galifianakis' Joker was good, but it wasn't great. And Jenny Slate, who also did Harley Quinn, she kind of sounded a bit off for me. But like I said, that's only just niggly stuff at the end of the day, as their performances were good, but like I said, weren't great. Anyway, so I'm going to give this a score of 18 out of 20. Man, has this thing got some special features. It has 4 animated shorts, 4 deleted scenes, 6 featurettes, director and crew commentary, 10 trailers and promotional clips. This thing is jam-packed full of special features. So I'm not going to list them all because there's just way too many, but they are all great, from the extra clips through to a making of, which was great to kind of have a look and see what they did behind the scenes to make this movie. So with there being so much stuff, and a lot of it actually worth watching, I am going to give this a 9 out of 10. Now, the critic score came in at 90% and the audience score came in at 80%, which is pretty spot on here for these scores, for like both the critics and the audience, with there only being a very, very small number of detractors out there who on the YouTube reviews were kind of looking a little too hard to find problems with this. Pretty much all round great movie. So with that, if we round it up, we are going to get a score of 9 out of 10. Now, the only reason I'm reviewing this movie is my daughter just happened to put it on the other night for us to watch, and to my surprise, I had forgotten how good this movie was. So funny, so cool, just so visually stunning up on screen. It's not often you can get a movie that can just keep you entertained from start to finish these days. And this film, you can sit down with kids or even adults and everyone gets a kick out of it.
It is so good.
It is such a shame that we're not going to see this sequel to this movie, the Lego Super Friends, as it isn't going to be made because Universal Pictures lost the rights. As, let's face it, that thing would have been awesome to see. If they did what they did here, I can only imagine what they were going to do with that one as well. Overall, look, I cannot recommend this movie enough to people to just go see it, or hell, go out and buy a copy. It's such a good movie, and definitely now one of my favourite Batman movies of all time. So with that, I'm going to give this the illustrious score of 20 out of 20. So first up is Collectibility, and let's have a look on the collector scale. And I would say this would be, yeah, it's for kids and up. This is for everybody and anyone. I mean, this is a real must-have for any collection out there. It is just a definite must-buy. Now, as far as availability is concerned, this one is, mate, this is on the very common side of things. There is just many copies out there of all the versions, so it's not going to be hard to find the version you are looking for to put in your collection from either your usual retail outlets or your second-hand markets. Now, as far as your average price goes, because there are so many copies out there, you're looking at anywhere between $3 to $12 for a DVD, $5 to $24 for Blu-ray, and $15 to $35 for 4K HD. So not real expensive to pick up a copy that you are after. Now, for the final score, we get a grand total of 91 out of 100. Wow, that's an outstanding score for one hell of a movie. And at the start of the video, we asked the question, is this the best animated Batman movie? By far, it's the best animated Batman movie. Hell, I would almost go as far to say this is one of the best Batman movies ever.
Whoa, don't get too carried away now.
Hey, so if you like this video and you want to see some more reviews, why don't you go check out that one there? Or maybe you want to see one of my collection updates. I've got you covered too. Why don't you go check out that one there? And of course, don't forget on your way out to do the most important thing. Throw me a bit of a bat like, and don't forget to hit that subscription button. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.